no question is silly, so whatever you've got to ask, please ask at the end. So today we're going to start lying on our back. We're going to work our way up to a flow by the end, so we'll be nice and awake by the end. Let's start with lying on the mat here. You're going to just place your feet on the floor, hands just alongside your body. And we're going to bring the focus to our breathing. Good. So what we're doing in other classes, keeping the breath nice and slow if you can. Keeping the breath in your nose. Nice long inhale. Long exhale.
Somebody wants a burger, they can just sit down and talk and melt on top.
You're not on mute. Before anything's said.
Yeah, well, I didn't like a fail burger, did it?
We'll just wait a minute.
Well, I was only just
Let me see if I can mute him. Okay, there we go. He's muted. Right. Let's start again, guys. So, lying on the mat, feet flat on the floor. Softening your back into the mat. Bringing the focus to our breathing. So, just taking this practice just to slow down, switch off, and relax. Slowing the breathing down. Just taking this time for yourself, just to relax. Good, and when you're ready, we're going to hug our knees into our chest. Soften our shoulders down into the mat and just rocking nice and slowly from side to side. We're just warming our spine up here. Just getting the spine a nice massage. This is great if you've just woken up. A gentle stretch to the spine. Good. And let's stretch our legs out. So we're bringing our feet together, hands along by our side. And as we inhale, we're going to reach our hands overhead, pointing the toes and reach as far as you can. As you exhale, soften your hands back down. Good. And again, inhale, nice big stretch as if you were just getting out of bed. Stretching the whole body. And as you exhale, soften the hands back down. Good, and again, inhale, nice big reach. And as you exhale, soften the hands back down. Good, so bringing your feet back onto the mat here. Just bringing your feet about hip width apart. Placing your hands on the floor. And as you inhale, you're going to roll up through the spine, coming up the top of our back by lifting our hips up. And as you exhale, roll back down the spine. Inhale. And exhale. So we want to move one vertebrae at a time here so that each part of the back is coming into contact with the mat. Inhale. And exhale. Again, inhale. And exhale. Good. This time as we inhale, we're going to keep our hips up, interlock our fingers underneath our body, and we're going to roll onto our shoulders. So if I was looking from above, your shoulders would be tucked underneath you. And we're just getting a nice stretch here through the chest, through the back. Good, and breaking your hands apart, slowly roll back down the spine. Excellent job. So for this next one, you're going to stretch your left leg out, hug your right knee into your chest, and then we're going to cross our right leg over our left leg. So we're coming into our twist. So soften that knee down to the floor. You can reach your hands out alongside you. Good. So you can feel a nice stretch across your right side of your body. So if you find you're struggling to get the knee down to the floor, if you've got a cushion, you can place under your knee now. Good. And if you'd like a little bit further, you can turn your head to look over the right shoulder. Good. So we're in our deep twist now. This is another great one. Just to listen off through the spine. You're getting up for morning training. This is a good one just to do. Just to let your body just loosen off, because it will tighten up as you go to sleep. Good, taking 3 nice big breaths. Inhale, lengthening through the right side of your body. Exhale, relax the shoulders. Inhale. And long exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Good, slowly turning back to center. And again, you're going to reach your right leg out, hug your left knee into your chest, and then cross that knee over the right side, coming into our deep twist. So that knee should be coming flat down to the ground. If it doesn't quite reach, grab a cushion and just place it underneath your knee. And then reaching your hands out nice and wide. Good. And if you'd like to bring it further, you can turn your head to look over your left shoulder. Good, and just feeling that nice stretch right across the left side of your body here. Good, and let's take 3 nice big breaths here. So inhale deeply. Exhale, soften the shoulders and relax. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. Good, and as you exhale, turning back to center and relax there. Good. So we're going to come into our happy baby. We've done this one before. We're going to lift our feet up to the sky, open up through your groin area, and just holding on to the outside of your feet here. It looks a bit silly, but it's a really good one to open up through the hip flexors, get them all nice and warm. And if you like, you can rock nice and gently from side to side. Again, just massaging that spine. Just nice and gently, or you'll roll over. Good, so continuing with that nice soft breathing. Don't put too much pressure through the feet, so just nice and gently. This is just a stretch you would do maybe before a session or when you first get up. Good, and slowly lower your legs back down. Excellent job. We're going to roll onto our side now. We're a little bit into these hamstrings, so coming onto your side here, you're going to just lean on your forearm. Your leg underneath is going to be bent, and we're going to come into our gate pose. So we've done this one before. When we're doing this one, because it is one of the first stretches we're doing, don't overstretch, okay? So either hold round your thigh here, below the knee, or your foot, whatever's good for you, but try not to hold on the knee joint, okay? So either holding on anywhere you like apart from the knee, lifting the leg up, good. Excellent job. If you're feeling too much of a stretch to start with, just slide the hand down slightly so you're not pulling as hard. So this one we don't want to stretch too much. Again, we're just warming up through these hamstrings. Good. Excellent job. So this is another great one. If you go straight into a hamstring stretch in the morning, or if you feel a little bit tight, we all know what it feels like. It can be quite sore, especially if our hamstrings are tight. So this is a great one to start with. You don't have to pull too hard. We just want to feel the stretch, but not that uncomfortable feeling that we get when we're stretching our hamstrings. Good, and let's take 3 more breaths here. Inhale. As you exhale, you can pull slightly more if you like. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. Good, and as you exhale, bend that leg again, slowly lower back down. Good, so flipping onto your other side. So bending the leg underneath again, making sure we're nice and comfortable, finding whatever place you want to pop your hand and lifting the leg up. Good. So if you found on the last leg that you just did, you had to keep coming out and into the stretch, you want to start off a little bit easier, okay? So don't start off trying to stretch as hard as you can. Start off nice and easy, and then you can work your way up to straightening out your leg. Good. This one as well, if you've got the time, if you've got a strap, it's another good one. You can just pop the strap over the foot here, and it'll just ease off through the arms and shoulders a little bit. Good. Excellent job, guys. Let's take 3 more breaths here. Big inhale. As you exhale, you can pull slightly more if you like. Inhale. And exhale. Last stretch. Inhale. As you exhale, bend that leg again. And let's roll into a seated position. Good. So coming into a nice, comfortable seated position here. So if that's crossing your legs, that's fine. If you prefer to keep your legs out straight or bend your knees, whatever is good for you. Same as always, if you feel that your knees are just lifted off the mat slightly, pop something underneath. If you've got books or pillows or comfiest, if you've got them, you can pop them under the knees here. As well, if you find it's quite tough to sit in a cross-legged position, it is a long time when you're keeping the back up, shoulders up, you can pop a little cushion just under your tailbone. That will just give you a little bit of support through the spine and hopefully help your posture a little bit. It's getting nice and comfy. Let's find our breath again. So nice big inhale as we lengthen through the spine. As we exhale, soften the shoulders. Inhale. And as we exhale, dropping the chin down to the chest. Good, and we're just going to breathe here. Just feeling that nice stretch down our spine, through the back of our neck. So we quite often forget about our neck before going in the pool or after the pool. We all know what it feels like to have a tight neck. It's not very comfortable. It means that we may not reach as far as we can do on each stroke. So it's really important we do stretch the neck and not forget about it. So as you inhale, we're going to turn our chin towards our right shoulder. Should be stretching off the left side. And as you exhale, drop the chin back down. Inhale, take the chin to the left side. Exhale, dropping back down. Good, and continuing this, moving with your breath. Just getting a nice stretch for the back of the neck. Definitely for me when I swam, because I was a breaststroker, I found my neck always got tight, just because you're hunching your shoulders a little bit. So if I could go back, I would definitely be stretching my neck a little bit more. Good, and relax when we get back to center here. Good. We're going to reach up with our right hand, holding on just to the side of our face here. And we're just going to gently put a little bit of pressure in the head. Good. So don't force anything again here. It should just be nice and relaxed. We just want to get a nice lengthening through the side of the neck. So a big space between the shoulder. Just relax the shoulder, make sure we're not hunched up. Breathing here. Of course, you may not have time to do all these stretches after we get out of the pool or before the pool, but even if you can do a little bit, scanning the body, maybe one on your neck, a little stretch to the back, then arms, then legs, you'll find hopefully the next day you do feel a little bit better. Good, and relax there. Reach up with the left hand. As you exhale, hand to the side of the face and gently pulling down. Good. Even if it means staying 5 minutes after a session or coming 5 minutes early, I promise you it will help your swimming. It may seem like a lot of effort, but once you get into a routine of it, start fresh on Monday and try and stick to it. Good, and letting go there. Nice, good. So again, lengthening through the spine. We're going to inhale, reach our hands up nice and tall. As we exhale, interlock our fingers, pushing our palms up to the sky. Good. Now, if we struggle to push the hands up to the sky, you can just keep them facing down. It doesn't matter too much. Let's just stretch into those wrists and hands a little bit more. Good. And once you're here, just gently swing from side to side. So nice and slow. Getting that nice stretch down the sides of our body. Good. So every time we stretch these sides of the body and through the shoulders, hopefully it's going to help when we do our streamline position. It should feel nice and easy. We don't want to feel tight when we're in streamline because we will be holding it that whole underwater phase. So if we're nice and stretched, it should be nice and easy. And we can get even straighter through the water, even more streamlined. Good, and as you exhale, break the hands apart, bring your right hand to the side and let's reach over with our left hand. Good, as we inhale, reach. As we exhale, drop our shoulder and relax. Good, inhale, one more stretch. Exhale, drop our elbow down, pushing back up and swapping sides. Good. Inhale, reach. Exhale, soften through the shoulder. Inhale, nice big reach. And as you exhale, pushing back up to center. Good. We're going to walk our hands out in front of us here. Take the gaze down to the floor. If you can bring your head all the way down to the floor, go for it. Don't worry if you can't. So just come to wherever's comfortable to start with. We don't want to feel too much of a stretch because we're going to use our breath to get lower into this one. So each time you exhale, just walk your hands forward slightly more. Inhale, you can relax. Just gradually coming lower and lower. If you get to a point where you can't go any further, bring it back slightly so you're not feeling too much of a strain. Really focusing on our breathing here. This kind of stretch is really, really important for the back, which is basically allowing it just to lengthen on its own. So we're not forcing anything. If we try and force this one, it will just spring back like a spring. So not quite a spring, but you won't get as good a stretch. We just want our body naturally just to loosen off. Good, and let's walk our hands all the way over to the left side so you can feel a nice stretch to the right side. Good, and walking your hands all the way over to the other side so you can feel a nice stretch on the left side. Good, and walking your hands back to center when you're ready. Slowly walk the hands back up the body. Good. Excellent job. So we're going to work into these wrists a little bit. Now this is obviously a full body stretch. I know you guys won't have time for this one, but if you can mix it up each session, just so you're stretching a little bit of the body each time. So we're bringing our fingertips to face towards us, just leaning on our fingers here, putting a little bit of pressure through the hands. Good. And then gradually you can bring your hands closer to the body. We'll just get a nice stretch through the forearms and through the fingertips here. Now, if you've got hypermobility in the elbows, please don't bring the hands all the way down, because I know it will be easy for you, but we don't want to overextend through these elbows. So nice and gently. Good. Keep those shoulders back. Good, and slowly relaxing there. Good, shake those hands off, good. Okay, let's work into the hip flexors, one of my favourite stretches. I always think you don't realise how tight your hip flexors are until you do this one. So bring your feet together, nice and tall, pull those shoulders back, either holding onto our feet here or our knees. Good, and then you can either flutter your knees, so keeping them fluttering, or just keeping them still, whatever's good for you. Excellent job. And again on this one, it's really important we don't force this one. If we're forcing it, all that's going to happen is we're just going to spring with the hip flexors back up. So we're not going to get that nice stretch. We want our body just to naturally loosen off. So your body will do it for you. As long as you just hold this stretch a little bit longer. Focus on the breathing and just focus on letting go of all the tension through our hips. Good. If you do struggle to feel anything on these ones, you can bring your hands down, bring your forearms down, but only if you don't feel a stretch. So if you feel a stretch, just stay where you are. You don't need to bring your forearms down. Good, and taking 3 big breaths here. So nice big inhale, long exhale, inhale, and exhale. Last breath, inhale, and exhale. Good, so stepping 1 step forward with both feet, we're going to come into our turtle pose. Our hands come underneath, place them on top of the feet here, keep the shoulders back, and you're just going to soften your head closer to your feet. So again on this one, just let your body naturally loosen off here. If you're having to use your hands to pull yourself down, just come up slightly so you're not forcing anything. Good. And using the breath, so as you exhale, just softening the head down slightly more. Inhale, relax. So this is one of my favourite stretches because it can do a lot in one stretch. So if you've maybe not got as much time you're rushing a little bit, this is a great one to do because it does stretch through the glutes, through your back, through the hips. It's an all-in-one stretch, so really, really good if you're in a little bit more of a rush. Good, and let's take 3 more breaths here. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Last breath. Inhale. Good, and as you exhale, let's lift ourselves back up and stretch out our legs again. Good. So for this next one, we're going to work into our hamstrings a little bit more. We're going to stretch our legs out, so nice and wide here. Not so that we can't, it's kind of, we want it to be comfy. We don't want to keep stretching until you're almost doing splits and you're really, really uncomfy. So get to a nice comfortable position here. If you've got a cushion, you can bring it so that you've got it just beside you, so you can use that as a rest for your arms. We want to lengthen through the spine. Good. As we inhale, reach your hands up. And as you exhale, bring your hands down to the floor and you're going to slightly walk them out. Good. Turn your gaze down to the floor. Good. Make sure we're nice and comfortable to start. So if you're finding it's really sore already through the hamstrings, walk the hands in a little bit more. We're going to hold this one for a little while. So on your exhale, if you can walk your hands slightly more, go for it. Inhale, stay nice and relaxed. Good. Now if you've got the cushion, you can pop it underneath your head if you're all the way down there, or just pop it under your forearms, just to give you a little extra support. Maybe by the end you can take it away, seeing how you're feeling. Good. So this one does work through the hamstrings. It also works in the inner leg as well. So it's a really good stretch. As long as you're not forcing anything. Okay, and we're going to take 3 more breaths. So by the last breath, get down as far as you can. Inhale. Long exhale, folding slightly more. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. Good, and as we exhale, you're going to walk your hands over to your left leg. So just either holding it beside the leg on the floor, touching the foot, ankle, or just above the knee. So wherever your hands get to, don't force anything again. We should be feeling a nice deep stretch to our right side now. And a little bit extra pressure through the left leg. Good. As we inhale, relax. Exhale, soften our head closer to the knee. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Good, and for the next few breaths, we're always going to turn our chest so it's coming closer and facing up to the sky. So from here, you can bring your right hand and just place it behind your ear. Good. So we should be feeling a really deep stretch right across the right side of our body here. Good. And then if you can bring the hand all the way down to the foot. If you can still stay on your side. So if you're having to turn your body, just keep that hand behind the ear. Whatever feels good. Good. One more breath here. Inhale. And as you exhale, turn to face back towards the knee, and you're going to walk your hands all the way back to center and all the way to the other side. Good. So again, take the gaze down to the knee, either holding on to your foot, ankle, or above the knee. You don't need to reach all the way to your toes. If you can't manage it or it doesn't feel comfy, please don't force anything. And again, we're going to take 3 breaths here. So as we inhale, relax. Exhale, soften our head closer to the knee. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Good, and for the next breath, turning our chest up to facing the sky almost. Bringing your hand just behind your left ear. Good, so we should feel a deep stretch through the left hip, through the left side of your body. Excellent job. And if you feel like you can bring your hand to the foot here, but just making sure we're staying on our side. Good, so this is a great one to do after we get out the pool. It is a deep, deep hamstring stretch, but also stretches through the side of our body and through our hips. So if you've got a little bit more time at the end, it'd be a great one to do. Maybe not so much before we go in the pool, but more afterwards. Good, one more breath here. Inhale. As you exhale, turn to look back down towards the knee. Good, and let's walk our hands all the way back to center, slowly walking back up. Excellent job. So you may need to push your legs in after that one. Give them a little shake off. Good. So now when you're ready, let's flip onto our hands and knees. You're going to bring your 2 big toes together, knees out to the side, sitting back on the heels and stretch the hands out in front of you, bringing your head down to the floor. So this is our hare pose. This pose should be nice and comfortable. If it's not, you can use your cushions just to place under your head. Good, or between you can pop the cushion just between your bum and your heels as well, just to give a little bit of pressure off the back. But just relaxing down here, just feeling that nice stretch of the back. So nothing should be forced. You shouldn't feel too much of a stretch. It's a great one just to loosen off through the back. This one can be done before or after the pool as well. Or any time if you're finding it hard to sleep at night, this is a good one as well. It's a great one to just maintain the stretch in your back, flexibility through the back. Good, and when you're ready, let's roll up onto all fours. Good, so coming into our tabletop position. So these next couple of poses are going to be great ones before we go in the pool, just to really loosen off through the spine. Okay, so it's a little bit more movement stretches. We're going to come into our cat-cow to start off with. So I always say how this one will really, really help you before we get into the pool, just to loosen off through the spine, okay? So as you exhale, we're drawing the belly button down, lifting up through the head. And as you inhale, tuck the tailbone, draw the belly button up and round to the top of the back. Exhale. And inhale. So really slowing this one down. It should be nice and relaxed here. Good, moving with the breath in your own time. Just getting a nice stretch through the spine. So this is a really good one if you've just woken up, you feel like a little stretch, or before we get into the pool, maybe if you're at a competition, it's a good one to do, first of all, as part of your warm-up. If we're loosening off through the spine, then it should go through the body, so our hamstrings will feel looser, our arms, shoulders, everything is connected to the spine, so it's a good place to start. Good, and when you're ready, coming back to center, we're going to come into our thread the needle. So we've done this one pretty much every week. This is because I think this is a really good one before you get in the pool as well. It's part of your warm-up if you're racing. So on our inhale, we're going to lift our right hand up, twisting it to the side, pulling that shoulder back. And as you exhale, you're going to reach underneath your body, bring the cheek down to the mat. Good, and as we inhale again, we're rolling back up. So we're moving constantly on this one. We're just getting a nice stretch. Good. Inhale, reach back up. Exhale, thread the hand underneath and reach. Good. Last one here. Inhale, reach up. And exhale. Let's just hold our hand underneath here. Bring our cheek down to the mat. Good. So the one where we're constantly moving, great one to do before we get in the pool. This one we're doing just now, where we're just resting down here. The great one to do when we get out the pool. Good. And slowly let's roll back up onto all fours. Good. So the same on the other side. Inhale, nice big stretch with the left hand all the way up. Open up through the shoulder. Exhale, thread the hand underneath. Bring the cheek down and reach as far as we can. Inhale, raising back up. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Good, last one. Inhale. Good, and this time as you exhale, let's hold the hand underneath here. Bring your cheek down to the mat and just relaxing here. Good, and rolling back up, going back to center. Excellent job. We're going to walk our hands out, come into our melted heart pose, so sinking the hips back, bringing our chin down to the floor, either our chin or our head. And we're just going to relax down here. So this one's really good for those lats. We do tend to get really tight lats, especially when you start doing gym work, where you're swimming, lifting weights. This is something we find gets really, really tight. So it's a really good one, either to do before or after we get in the pool. It's also going to help us with each stroke, that reach. And help us in our streamline position. Each time we exhale, to soften our chest deeper into the mat. Good. And rolling up, coming on to all fours, tucking the toes underneath and sitting back on the heels. Good. Excellent job. So this is a nice simple one for your feet. It will hopefully stop you from getting cramp as well if you're doing this one before you get in. Everyone knows what it feels like to get cramp in your foot, so hopefully if you stretch beforehand, you should find you don't get that as often. So nice lengthen from the spine. We're going to inhale, reach your hands above head. Nice big reach here. And as you exhale, come down in angel wings. Pull those elbows down, squeeze through the shoulder blades. Inhale, reach up, streamline position. Exhale, bringing those elbows down. Squeeze the shoulder blades, open up to the chest. Inhale, reach back up. Exhale, soften the hands down. Good. One more. Reaching up as we inhale. Streamline position. Exhale, soften the elbows down and squeeze. Good. Lowering your hands back down to the mat and tucking your toes here. So that one we just did there as well. Really good one before we get into the pool. So tucking our toes underneath, we're going to push into our downward dog. Walking our heels down to the mat. Getting that nice straight line from our head all the way to our tailbone. Good. And as we inhale, we're going to lift up with our left leg, three-legged dog. And as you exhale, you're going to draw your knee underneath and place it between both hands in our pigeon pose. So walking our back foot back. Our heel should be in line with our left hip. So making sure we're not rocking to one side. If we're here, I see a lot of this. If we're here, we're not quite getting a good stretch and we're putting extra strain on that knee. So we want to be right in the center. Good. Once we're here, you've got the choice either to stay on your hands, come down onto your forearms, or you can reach all the way out, bringing your head down to the mat. Just making sure we're not tipping to one side. Good. So everyone will be quite familiar with this stretch. It's a really, really good one. Really gets right into your glutes, the back of your leg. One's great if you're getting out the pool. Will really help your legs recover, especially if you've had a hard kick set or you've been in the gym. If you can manage to do this, hold it for about a minute each side. It will really, really help with your recovery. Excellent job. Let's take 2 more breaths here. So big inhale. Long exhale, just softening the hips down into the mat. Inhale. And exhale. Good. On the next inhale, just push back up onto your hands here. Tuck the toe under. And as you exhale, push back into our down dog. Walking your heels down to the mat. Good. So in our down dog here as well, it's another really good one to get a kind of full body stretch. It's really good to stretch off those arms to the spine and of course the hamstrings. Another really good one to do before we get in or after. Good. And again, as we inhale, let's lift up with the right leg, three-legged dog. As you exhale, draw the knee underneath, placing it between both hands. Good. Make sure that hip's in line with the heel. Good. Making sure we're not tilting to one side, so keeping the hips right in the center. Good. And in whatever you like, you can stay on your hands Come down onto your forearms or reach all the way up, bringing your head down. Just whatever's good for you, making sure you're nice and comfortable. Relaxing here. Good, and let's take 2 more big breaths here. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Good, on your next inhale, rock back up onto your hands, tuck the toe under. Good, and pushing back into our down dog. Walking your heels down to the mat. Excellent job. So walking our hands into our feet, we're going to come into our forward fold here. So our hands should be flat on the ground. Our head should just be hanging, so we're not holding any tension through the head, just allowing everything to soften down. Bend your knees as much as you like, so you're nice and comfortable here. Don't force anything, because if you can't hold it for a longer time, it's not going to do any good. So relaxing down here. And then we're going to hold on to our elbows and gently sway from side to side. Good, so we're getting a nice stretch down our lower back here, through our hamstrings. Good, softening our hand back down to the mat. Let's roll all the way up to standing, 1 vertebrae at a time, and relax there. Good. Well done, guys. We're almost there, so we're just going to come into our little flow section of the class. So just enjoy it. Keep up if you can. Just keep popping up, looking up to me. We're going to start at the top of our mat. Open up through our palms. Let's find our breathing again. So we want to be moving with the breath. Nice and soft breathing. So big inhale. Nice long exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Good. As we inhale, sweeping our hands overhead. Good. As you exhale, soften our hands back down to the floor and forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. So bring your hands to your shins. Open up through the chest, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, drop the hands back down. Good. As we inhale, take the left leg back. On our exhale, drop the knee, untuck the toe, and take the gaze forward. Inhale, open up through the chest. Exhale, relax. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Really getting that nice straight line in our top of our back, all the way down to our tailbone. Exhale, relax. As we inhale, we're going to reach our hands overhead. Exhale, lower hands back down. Inhale, right hand comes up, twist. Exhale, soften that hand back down. Good. Inhale, left hand comes up, twist. Exhale, lower the hand back down. Good. Inhale, raising the hands back up. As we exhale, right hand comes forward, left hand comes back, twist, take the gaze over the left hand. Inhale, raising back up. As we exhale, left hand comes forward, right hand comes back, take the gaze over the right hand. Inhale, raising back up. And as you exhale, right hand comes forward again, left hand comes back. You guys know what's coming, so you can either stay here or bring the back hand to the back of the leg and reach over with the right hand. Good. So this is our peaceful warrior variation. As we inhale, turn the chest slightly up to the sky. Exhale, relax. Inhale. Good. And as we exhale, let's windmill the hands back to our low lunge. Excellent job. Inhale. As we exhale, come into our half split. So walking the hands back, lifting the toes up. Inhale, relax. As we exhale, soften the head closer to the knee and bending through the elbows. Inhale, raise back up. Exhale, soften our head down. Inhale. And exhale. Good. As we inhale, bending to the knee, walking the hands back. We're going to tuck our toe underneath and push back to our forward fold. Good. And relaxing here. Excellent job. Inhale, halfway lift again. Lengthen through the spine. Exhale, drop the hands down. As we inhale, take the right leg back. Exhale, drop the knee down. Untuck the toe and take the gaze forward. Good. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, pull those shoulders back. Inhale. And exhale, open up through the chest. As we inhale, reach those hands up nice and tall. As we exhale, drop the hands back down to the floor. Good. As we inhale, right hand comes up, twist. Exhale, soften the hand back down. Inhale, left hand comes up, twist. Exhale, soften the hand back down. Good. As we inhale, we're going to reach your hands overhead. On our exhale, left hand comes forward, right hand comes back, twist. Take the gaze over the right hand. Inhale, raising back up. Exhale, opposite side, twist. Inhale, raise back up. Exhale, left hand comes forward, right hand comes back, and either staying here, holding here, or bring the right hand down to the back leg and reach over with the left hand. Inhale, reach further, turning the chest up to the sky slightly. Exhale, relax. Inhale. Good, and as you exhale, let's windmill the hands all the way back to our low lunge. Good. Inhale, relax. Exhale, walk the hands back, straighten out through that leg. Good. As we inhale, relax. On our exhale, bend into the elbows, slightly bringing the head closer to the knee. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. As we inhale, walking the hands back to our low lunge. Good, this time tucking the toe under. And as you exhale, push back to our down dog. Good. Walking the heels down to the mat, relaxing here. Excellent job. And as you exhale, soften the knees down. Head, chin, chest, push up into our cobra. So either on our hands here or on our forearms, just see how you're feeling. Soften through these elbows and focus on the breathing. So as we inhale, get that nice stretch right along the tummy. Exhale, relax. Inhale. Good, and as we exhale, push back to our hare pose. So two big toes come together, knees out to the side, soften the head down. And holding here for a couple of breaths. Good. Slowly roll back up onto all fours. Tuck the toes underneath. Let's push back to our down dog. And walk your hands into your feet. Slowly rolling up. Come into a standing position. Good. Excellent job. So we're going to finish off today with a balancing one. So this is a bit of fun. I'll be wobbling about. You guys will be wobbling about. It's all good. So standing nice and tall, okay? We're going to inhale, lift our right leg up. As you exhale, pull that right leg back behind us and hinge from the hips. Good. Turning our toe to face down the way. Good. And from here, we're going to reach our hands out in front of us. Find the balance. Good. As we inhale, bending the elbows, bringing the leg back to the center. Drop the leg down, rest. Good. Inhale again, lift the same leg up, knee rises up. This time as we exhale, we're holding onto the back of the foot here. Good, bringing the knees back to center, the heel comes to the bum. Good, and nice and slowly, you're going to hinge for the hips again, and you're going to press that foot into the back hand. Okay, finding your balance, reaching that left hand out for a little bit of support. You can hold on here. Good, so we're just putting a little bit of pressure into the hand through the foot. And nice and slowly bring that knee back in. And lower the foot back down. Good, how did we get on with that one? Okay, hope nobody fell there. So again, let's do the same on the left side. So inhale, lifting up through the left leg. As we exhale, that left leg comes back behind us, hinge from the hips. Good, pointing those toes down the way. And let's reach the hands out. Good. Excellent job. Slowly pulling the elbows back in, bringing the foot down to the mat. Relaxing here. Good. And again, our left leg comes up. As we exhale, hold on to that foot with the left hand. Bring your knees together, heel comes to the bum. Good, and nice and slowly hinge from the hips. Press that back of the foot into the hand. Good. And reach out with the right hand. Excellent job, good. Don't watch me if you don't want to wobble. Really good effort, excellent job, guys. Really good. When you're ready, pull that knee back in, pull the hand out, bring the foot down, good. Shaking off there, that is you finished. Namaste. Thank you so much, guys. If you've got any questions at all, please don't hesitate to ask. And if you want to send me a message with any questions, please do that as well. But it was so good to see you all. Thanks, guys.